Hello. Here they have given a question which states, given below is a pedigree showing the inheritance of autosomal dominant disorder. The genotypes of person 1, 2 and 3 in this family tree are. So here if you look at the generations, that is the first generation is G1, the second generation is G2 and the third generation is G3. You can see that at least one of the individual is affected by the autosomal dominant disorder. So if you want to know the inheritance of this, disorder, we can say that this is caused by, gene mutation, and we know that each gene has two alleles, and for the condition, for this inheritance, that is autosomal dominant disorder, is like it should have, see, we in this two alleles, let's write, the dominant allele as big M and the recessive allele as small m. So the condition is like at least it should have one dominant allele, that is big M small m, that is heterozygous dominant, and it can also be like big M and big M. This is nothing but homozygous dominant condition. So, and one more thing we have to know is like, if at all there is a condition like small m and small m, this is nothing but, homozygous recessive condition. And in this condition, the, inheritance is not possible. So people who are having this type of genotype, they are not affected by the autosomal dominant disorder. So you can, write down like all the, unaffected individuals, like in the first generation, the female is small m, the second generation male, which is unaffected, is also small m, and in the third generation, the number 3 female, which is not affected, is also small m. So there is a probability in the first generation, that is number 1, which is the male affected male, it can have big M small m or big M, and in the second generation, the female which is affected can have big M small m or big M. So here let's do a cross between the male, that is having genes big M small m, and the female which is not affected having genotype small m and small m. So if you do the cross, you get big M small m, big M small m, and small m. So if small m is present, so you know that one set of the allele comes from the mother and one set of the allele comes from the father. So here if you look at the second generation, that is the unaffected male, you can say the one small m comes from the mother and the other small m comes from the father. So the genotype can only be big M small m, not big M. If at all if it was to be big M and big M, it would, for even this one, the unaffected male would also be affected, because having this genotype, that is big M small m. Similarly, if you talk about the third generation, it is the female unaffected is having small m. So we can write down like, since this is having small m, one m comes from the father and one small m comes from the mother. So this is the most probable genotype which can be present in the female. So you can write the first one is having big M small m, second one is having big M small m. These two are heterozygous dominant, and the third one is having small m, that is nothing but homozygous recessive condition. So looking at all these options, we can say option D is the most appropriate answer. And if you see other options like option C, they have given big M and small m. First only you can strike this answer because it's not correct. Hope this answered your question. Thank you.